It is 3 minutes after the hour, and Carol Bates, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, joins us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And a lot of activity taking place at the Chamber of Commerce in the city of Sylacauga, and of course, more details upcoming about the Mayoral Debate, which is a few weeks away.
And
your thoughts on the forum from last week?
Man, I hope that you guys are doing a great job of replaying that, and I hope that everybody who didn't get to come that night is taking a look at it, because it really turned out to be a very good event, well attended, and we had probably close to 300 people there. I think
a lot of folks there,
they kept putting chairs out,
Yeah.
So I think it went real well. The candidates really had a chance to talk about their issues and answer the questions, and Johnny Aycock, the moderator, did a wonderful job, I thought, with that. And I'm very excited about the mayoral debate coming up August 23rd, because I think that's going to be a good opportunity for them to really get into the nuts and bolts of what their platform is. And we'll be talking about that more as we get to it, but that's going to be handled a little bit differently as far as the questions coming in. We talked about that, I think, that night. Is that you can submit questions, and you can do that two ways. You can do it on a 3x5 card with your name and address on the back of the card and bring it to the chamber or get it to us, or you can go to the website and do it that way. And then on the 20th of August, that's the cutoff for getting the questions. Johnny Aycock, the moderator, and some of my board, we're going to get together to sort them all out and put all the duplicates together and come up with the questions that we'll use that evening for the debate. And the day of the debate, on the 23rd, after 1 o'clock, if the candidates or the press want to pick up a copy of the possible questions, then they can, and we'll have them ready for them at the chamber. So that's how we're going to handle that.
A couple of other candidates have qualified. Qualifying ended Tuesday, but one mayoral candidate, one city council candidate was added to the grouping in the last couple of days.
Which, really, that was a lot of the thought process that when we all tried to put this together behind that was a lot of folks question, the wisdom of having it before qualifications were over. But as you can see, we have another city council candidate with Brian Taunton, and then we have another mayoral candidate with Jim Heathcox. So I think perhaps it did stir a little bit in some folks who were undecided at that point.
If you did not get to attend or were unable to see the first airing of the political forum, you can see it tonight from 8 until 10 here on TV 47. So that's that going on in our community. Also, the farmers market is tomorrow, and a special recognition for civil servants tomorrow.
Yeah, civil service and local heroes, and they're going to be doing that starting at 8 o'clock until noon, and they're going to be, I think, saluting and honoring fire and law enforcement people and other civil service, civil servants, like you said, who really are the backbone of our community. We just don't realize it. And they're going to also going to have some free safety presentations during that time. One at 9, one at 10, and one at 11, and those would be good to catch up on, because we kind of get remiss, I think, in thinking about kind of some of the safety issues involved with our homes and our vehicles and different kinds of things. So this is a good opportunity to come out, get some fresh fruit and vegetables, as always.
More and more of that available now.
Oh yeah, and we got a little bit of rain yesterday, so maybe that'll help everybody's crop. I think the corn crop's about done, but as far as with the rain, but this will help out, I think, a lot.
And then the next week is the ice cream deal.
Yes, next Friday the 27th is finally, I kind of wait for this every year. It's the National Ice Cream Festival. Well, it's National Ice Cream Month, and Bluebell kind of celebrates all month, but they're especially celebrating on the 27th, and they're going to be introducing whatever they always have. I think it's that strawberry.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Strawberry pound
flavor.
cake?
Something like that.
Yeah, which is, if it's strawberry, it doesn't matter what it is, I like it. So strawberry is the best. Plus, this year they've added Buttermilk Hill is going to be there with some of they have some great desserts at the restaurant, and they're going to be sampling some of those great desserts that morning too. That's going to be from, I believe it's going to start about 9 o'clock and go till about noon that day. So that'll be another added thing for the. I mean, I love the way that the folks at the farmers market have tried to incorporate different things to get the tomato sandwich day and the different events they have to honor our folks in our city and and just get people out and down
every
there.
year. Every year.
It does, and
bigger
this year with the
better.
fall market, I'm really excited about
Yeah.
to see what happens with that. I truly am.
Of course, Jane McGee over at the Jameson Inn. Of course, Jameson Inn, one of our chamber members, and
Right.
she offers some great rates for special times of the year.
You know, since she's been out there, she's on the board of directors now at the Chamber of Commerce, also with you and a bunch of others anyway. But she, since she got out there, she's doing a whole lot of innovative promotional things to really get Jameson Inn out there. And what she's doing now is she has some really good special rates for those of us who have families that are coming into town for reunions, and we just can't keep them all in our home, that's for sure. Or we might want to give them our home and go stay at the Jameson Inn. that might be a better thing to do too. And also, there's always a lot of class reunions that happen in the summertime, and this gives folks a place to stay. And Jane, they do a wonderful job out there. They have a good continental full breakfast line out there in the morning if you're staying. So I think that she's got some really good rates, and they're really community minded and do a good job of being a part of our area. They really do.
New Chamber Chat about to air, if it isn't already, and you went on site to do another show.
Wow, you know, Hunter and I have done 2 of these now, and we're trying to, I'm really working at, and I told the board of directors this, at showcasing our chamber champions, which, you know, they're a very important part of the chamber, because our chamber champions are the folks who, above and beyond what their normal dues are, contribute amounts, either in-kind services or stuff to the chamber to help us be able to do special promotions and stuff. And so this time we are honoring the Sylacauga Utilities Board. And a lot of folks don't really understand or realize what all is involved with these utilities board. It's unbelievable.
If you're without electricity or water, then you know the importance of Sylacauga.
That's right. And we kind of focus this particular segment of the Chamber Chat on that operations center out there, which is kind of the hub of everything. But, you know, we could realistically do 2 or 3 Chamber Chats just on the utilities board, because it's more than just that operations center out on behind Allen Oil out in there. Edwards Street, yeah. I think it's right. That's Edwards Street. And it's more than just where you go pay your bill downtown. I mean, there's Lake Howard and Lake Virginia, which is our major water source in town. I think there's 7 wells or 9, and they have water towers all over town too. Plus, we have the water treatment facilities where all the wastewater goes, and they get it ready to come back into the system. So we could really do 2 or 3 segments on what the utilities board does.
They offer internet service through that too.
And you know what? What I learned was that their internet service is to your home or to your business is with the fiber optics and stuff is really a lot faster, and it's your own designated line, so you're not sharing it with thousands of others like you are with some of the other providers of internet services. But I thought the exciting thing yesterday in that Chamber Chat, and folks will see this, is they're slowly transferring over to automated meters. Water meters, gas meters, electric meters in your homes.
They have to go out and read every one of those meters.
But they won't anymore. And when they do, I mean, the thing that they were telling me about most, that I was impressed with, your water meters. Because, you know, sometimes you get a leak, you get a water leak in your house when you don't quite know where it is, or even if you go on vacation, the toilet's been running the whole time you're gone. But with this new system and being automated, they're going to know immediately what's going on. And they have already called folks and said, look, for the last 3 or 4 days, we've noticed that your water bill's been, you know, through the roof. Because it shows you that they showed us this little diagram where it's okay, and then all of a sudden it'll spike.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be something going on. So they've helped folks save some money by catching those water leaks early. So it's an interesting Chamber Chat, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
And a lot of other exciting events coming through the Chamber in weeks to come as we head toward the fall months. This is the 19th day of July, but fall will be here before we know it. The days get a little bit shorter as far as daylight hours are every day. But the Chamber of Commerce itself, so many offerings that the Chamber provides to the community that a lot of people don't really know about.
You're right, that they really don't, and then there's a lot of things that we really don't provide that people think we do. So, but the most exciting thing for me is, you know, tomorrow is the 20th, and on August 20th, kids go back to school.
Wow. Away.
It's just a month away. So the next big thing, and we'll be talking about this more and more as far as the listings of what's available, we have that tax-free holiday like we've had the last several years, and that's the first weekend in August. And at that time, you can go get your school supplies, your school uniforms, and the things that you need for school without paying sales tax. And that's a big deal. That's a very, very big deal for folks. It truly is.
All kinds of meetings take place at the Chamber of Commerce. Different entities have their meetings there, and I know that Hall Mental Health, they hold their meetings there. They hold
their meetings there. A lot of SAFE holds a lot of their classes or evening classes there. The ARF uses our building for their meetings. Master Gardeners uses our building for their meetings. The Beautification Council and the Arts Council use our facility. So really, and we have a lot of business people in town who really don't have a storefront or office that will call up and say, you know, can we use one of your smaller conference rooms for some meetings or for a conference? Sure, if they're available, you can. Ann takes care of the master calendar, and she's got it all lined out there. All you have to do is call, and if they're available to our members, you know, you can use them. And if you're not a chamber member, you can still use them. There's a fee, but it's almost a better deal for you just to join the chamber to have those. We have a notary service. You can make copies. We have so many copies you can make that are free to each member. So there's so many things that the chamber really does.
Is the job fair still
oh man,
slated?
The job fair is still slated for August the 3rd. We've got several churches on board to provide water for that day, and then I think maybe last count we've got probably 15 or 16 folks that are going to be there either through the temp agencies who hire a lot for some of these big for Honda and some of these folks, and I think Fleetwood's going to have their own table. NEMAC's looking for people. We have several. We've got about 15 companies that are going to be there with jobs available. Now, there's also going to be some folks in a part of this job fair who can provide business opportunities for folks who maybe want to be their own boss, whether it be in insurance or Mary Kay or Tupperware or Avon or whatever. Those are still business opportunities for folks who want to be their own boss and set their own hours. And so they're going to be there too to show folks how you can become a part of that too. And that's, you know, for some people who are really self-motivated and can really get out there, that's the way to go. Because if you're a single parent and you have small children, sometimes you can do those kinds of things and not feel like you're missing a whole lot with your kids. But there's a lot of companies out there, like I said, NEMAC and Fleetwood and Honda. They got a hold of us yesterday that are looking for folks, and they're looking for them right now. But, you know, MTech up in Talladega, they had that big job fair. Was it last week? And they had all those people there.
3,000 people.
And they're still looking for folks. So it's I think it's going to be a big deal. I really do.
The Chamber of Commerce is a hub of information source in our city, and I know you guys usually are the first stop for people wanting information.
They do.
In our town.
When they come into Sylacauga and they're looking to get a map of the city, we've got them. And now we've also got a map from City Hall. I got one with the new the new council districts. Because they changed those lines a little bit, so we've got a copy of that too now. So we try to stay abreast. Now there's some things that we don't provide, but we sure can tell you where to go as far as lead you in the right direction, City Hall or the county building or whatever. But yeah, they want to know daycare information when they first come to town. Senior citizens want to know what health facilities are available. So we have all that stuff at the chamber available for folks to be able to come out and when they want to be in our community, find out where to live, what to do.
Kind of keep the website updated for people.
The website is updated. We work on that daily, and we have a Facebook page too, so that helps out. Facebook is really something I think that those of us who are a little bit older have had to become acquainted with. But I think TV stations got a wonderful Facebook page.
Hunter did that though.
Well, you know. Yeah, we had some help with ours too, but it's still a great tool, and YouTube it's the same way. It's a wonderful tool. So all these technological tools that are out there are good, but we still love for folks just to drop by, just come in and drop by.
And they do.
And they really do. That's right.
All right, thanks for being with us this morning.
I'm glad to be here, and I'll see you next week.
Carol Bates, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, our guest. More on Daybreak in a minute.